saw a tweet. I think it was one of y'all.
It was comparing eras in the 2020s eras. It was Jokic, Luka, and Anthony Edwards.
It was you talking about how these younger stars can like catch up to Giannis' resume. I don't know how many of them can, because he 2-time MVP,
finals,
DPOY
in
ring.
6 years. In 6 years, one
tough.
of SGA, Tatum, Luka, and Edwards have to win a combo of an MVP
Two.
and
A DPOY.
a championship.
and Finals MVP.
Yeah.
If you win Finals,
A couple NBA.
Here's the thing,
They
though.
need a lot.
It's a lot.
Here's the thing.
and a depoy. Did you say depoy?
Here's the thing I want to say to that, though.
None of them are everybody now.
Are you going to acknowledge
There are
that?
some, yeah, I do acknowledge it, but there are some players that could have accomplished more in a given era. Doesn't mean they are one of the faces of that era.
Of course.
Because I think it also matters about your PR and
Your what?
your popularity around the league.
PR.
Brother,
Oh,
do
your
you know
PR
who was
team.
the most voted into the All-Star game this past season?
It was Giannis.
Respect him.
I don't know if Giannis has gotten the most like
You said PR.
PR.
Thought he said PR.
Now
I was gonna
he's
get
one of the
pissed off.
most popular players. In the
No,
league.
I said PR.
Oh,
not
I
PR.
understand.
Yeah.
No, no.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
is one of the most popular players in the league. He was just
don't
the
really feel
most
that
voted player.
Where was he? Wasn't he top 3 in jersey sales?
Was he check it? You have to check it. I don't know if
I'm
he is.
being
He could be.
listen, with all due respect, I do still believe Giannis is one of the most polarizing.
But that makes
figures in
sense.
the
But
league.
we can't view this from a year by year basis.
But
because there's 6 years left in a
We
decade.
don't have to do that.
He was number 5 in as of January.
Who is the top
La-
four?
Steph, Tatum, LeBron, Wemby, Giannis.
Say that
Tatum-
number one again.
Tatum and
That brother will
Wemby
always.
are two players in the top 5. Wemby could even be a face of the 2020s. That's somebody I didn't even put in there, but yeah, at the end of the decade, to define the 2020s
Because
decade.
Giannis is in a weird spot.
So we know the 2000s decade. Who defines it?
Kobe, Duncan, Shaq.
Kobe, Duncan, Shaq. You can even put like
KG,
young LeBron in
Dirk.
there. The 2010s. If there's 3 players that define the
LeBron,
2010s,
KD, Steph.
it's LeBron,
It's not
KD, and
even a
Steph.
question.
Who will be the 3 players to define the 2020s? Jokic is locked in 3
Giannis,
MVPs.
Jokic, Luka.
Tatum.
But here's the thing.
Stop.
You
Watch
say
him win,
Giannis-
watch him win 4 chips.
You say Giannis, Jokic, Luka. I think those are 3
Dynasty.
great names.
And Wemby
But
is fringe.
I'll
Also,
remember this in 10 years.
we have Victor
Listen, I'm rooting for
Wembanyama,
it.
who's gonna have 6 years in this decade.
Keep
who
it
can
stacked.
accomplish a
Wemby
lot.
over Luka.
How do we? But
We
what-
have Anthony Edwards. We have SGA, and we have Tatum
So I
as
get
well.
another.
What are we
oh, it's only
defining
6
as
years.
face
Maybe
of the
He's
league?
got 2030 on lock.
Like, what's face of the league? Like, just the most accomplished, the guys we acknowledge as
The most
carrying
marketable
franchise?
star.
See, because that's the
face of
thing,
the league.
and I love that you said that because I want to dive into that a little bit more. We're talking about marketing, but still, as of 2024, the biggest marketed stars are still the old guys. So when do they transition?
It's 2 of the 5. Well, 3.
No,
Giannis.
2 of the 3. It's LeBron and Steph are still one of the most marketable players.
They're 1 and 3.
Yeah, so
but then
it's
you have
like-
young players. You got Tatum and you
So
got
when
Wemby.
do they? If we got 6 years left, we in year 4 of the 2020s. Steph and LeBron have still dominated in terms of marketability. When do they adjust to the?
I was going to
young-
say, no
NBA
Jokic here, no Luka here.
No, the NBA has done a horrible job marketing this new stars. That's 100% a fact.
Except Giannis.
They are making it up for now. No, I don't even think Giannis is marketed
I
well.
feel like he should get marketed a bit better for sure.
I mean, I
Victor
see him on
Wembanyama is being more
commercials,
marketed than Giannis.
Yeah,
but I feel like that also plays to whether
Nike had a whole
people feel
alien
comfortable
campaign
with
for
that
him.
shit was fire.
yeah.
What
also-
matters
but
with
also-
marketing? Shoes matter. Nobody
Giannis
cops the
isn't signed
Giannis.
to Nike, though.
Are you copping the freaks?
What did he sign to?
He's signed to Nike.
He's on Nike.
Really?
Yes.
I'm not
You don't even know that.
I'm
That's
not-
how much he's not
a
marketable.
big man. I'm not copping big man kicks.
You don't
It's
even
not-
know they signed to Nike.
To be honest with you, there's not many players
To be
that.
honest with you,
That was an accident. That was an accident.
Good one.
But I feel like many
like
players' shoes aren't really pushed to us like that.
okay. Let me ask you
I
something.
feel like JTs have been. I feel like
JT
Ants,
what?
I feel
Ants
like
are
Paolo
right
is-
now.
He's lying like
Ah.
shit.
Here's the real ones.
He's lying like shit.
You
over
have
there.
the obvious. You
Who?
have
JT.
Yeah, he lied.
Jason
For sure.
He's
For
lied.
sure.
He lied. Paul George.
JTs haven't been
Paul
pushed.
George gets pushed
Paul
back.
George, Anthony Edwards,
Hardens as well.
James Harden,
Yeah.
LeBron. I want to say
Yeah, I
Kevin
need you to
Durant.
fact check me.
That's it. Those are the only ones, in my opinion, that get pushed. I won't say Steph Curry's. I
No.
think I've maybe seen
Nobody
one
wears
person in my
Steph's.
life because it's Under Armour.
No.
That's
He
really
makes a
it, though.
shit ton of money though.
But here's
Because
the
I know
thing.
Trey has a shoe, Ja has a shoe. Kyrie used to have a lot of boosts, but obviously once his deal fell out.
So I want to ask y'all this question. So we're talking about marketability. Who is more marketable, Giannis or Wemby?
It probably will be Wemby.
James were the 7th
No, I'm
most
talking about
worn in
two-day.
January.
Two-day,
7th
it-
most purchased.
James?
Today.
No, Tatum's. Ant was Kobe was 1. Ant was 2.
Ant is up there.
Ja 3.
100%.
I have a
Zion
pair of
4.
Ravens.
Yeah, they're-
Sabrina's
I
5.
have the full year.
I want
Tatum
to
7.
finish off my question because it pertains
Trey
to this
9.
conversation.
Trey Young, they're tough.
Let's talk about it from this standpoint. If you are a Nike executive and they're giving you $50 million to market this star, so you have to think about, okay, what player do I want to put this money behind from a marketing standpoint to get that return? Are you taking Anthony Edwards or Giannis?
I'm probably taking Ant-Man right now.
Ant-Man's probably gonna get more buzz.
I'm taking Anthony Edwards too.
Wait till y'all hear this list.
From a
know.
marketing standpoint.
I don't know. I've seen Giannis win a championship and drop a.
We talking about marketing.
But this
bro.
this
But
isn't
again,
anything
I-
about winning.
but
This is
definitely
about
more likable.
who's more marketable right now.
I don't
Ant
know.
Edwards, you can make the argument, it's the most
They
marketable
call him
in
the
the
next
league.
Michael Jordan. That's marketing at its peak.
But
'cause what he's
personability, you see the way that Giannis acts.
out there doing the
Oh, no,
DX
I'm not.
shit.
I'm not
mean,
gonna
like,
say Ant-Man's not likable.
He's
He
more
is.
marketable than Giannis. That's a fact.
he's like legitimately could be
okay.
number
It's
one
not a
right
big
now.
deal.
I
It's
just
not
meant
bad.
for the
moment
kids,
right now.
for like the kids and people, the future players watching. I think that Giannis appeals to that though.
The kids
Nah,
more than
bro.
Anthony
I
Edwards.
think it's Ant. I think it's SGA. I think
don't know
LeBron
if
and
you-
Steph still got it, but I do think Giannis is
Dale
probably bottom of
just
that
gave
list.
the list of the shoes that sold the most. Where was Anthony
That
Edwards?
was in
He
January.
was number 2.
Yeah.
Where was Giannis?
Wasn't in the top 10.
That's
I mean,
easy.
again,
That's a
And
Ant
fact.
wasn't the freaks.
For the year though, guess who was number 1? Devin Booker for
The book
2023.
ones. He had a good rollout.
So it was booked 1, KD 2, 3 was LeBron. These are I'm not gonna say the shoes, but these are the person. Ant was 4, Steph was 5, Luka was 6, 7 was Russell Westbrook, shocking. 8 was Zion, 9 was LaMelo, and 10 were James Harden. So those were the 10 most marketable shoes in 2023-2024.
Wemby or Giannis, marketing standpoint. Who you putting your money behind the market?
I probably would go.
I'm probably
with
putting Wemby
Wemby
right now.
Wemby.
I also,
think about
whether people want to hear this or not, I'll say pause before this. It also has to do with the way that
size.
Wemby looks. Also, that's the size as well. It's like, yeah, he's working with Louis Vuitton already. That's also the French ties. But, like, he has the modeling aspect behind it, too, where he can get into the fashion. Obviously, he's an alien on the basketball court, has the shooting, has the dominant interior game as
I'm
well.
willing to say that Jokic 2020 face of the era, he's locked in. I don't even think it's crazy to say Wemby can accomplish so much in the next
I don't
6
think there's a
years
locked in 2-3.
that he could be the face.
I was going to say, Luka's not locked, in my opinion.
No, he's not. I don't think he's locked.
There's not a lock
I
2-3.
think-
That's the problem.
I think if I had to put a
I think
lock,
SGA
though,
is probably 2.
So
But he's
that's what
not
I'm saying.
locked.
If we're guessing it, who's the 3?
SJ over in marketability or
That's
in
what I'm saying,
terms of
marketability,
face
2-3 is not
of the
locked.
era? Because
I'm saying
I'm
this-
going to
this-
respect Giannis still.
Marketability, but also face of the league type vibe.
Face,
Like, you know,
SG is
what the
getting there, but
2010s was for
he
us.
just started getting that hype last year. Like,
Because
he just started
Giannis
getting that
in the
buzz.
2020s still has, because 2019 he did win his MVP and DPOY. In the 2020s, has an MVP, has a finals and a finals MVP, has finished in top 3 MVP voting in that. What is it? 2 of the 3 years. But
But
this
the-
year
the-
he won't finish his 3.
What
I think
hurts his
the
case-
game,
before.
the game doesn't like what he's accomplishing, whether it's right or wrong, doesn't matter as much to me. We're talking about marketability.
No,
That's what
we're
face of the
talking
league.
face of the league because Jokic is locked. If we're going face of the league, Jokic is not the face of the league.
No, these players have to catch up to Giannis. There's no doubt. I'm not disputing that.
Mm-hmm.
It hurts Giannis that most of what he did was at the beginning of the era, at the very beginning.
Yeah, he's in a weird
That
spot.
matters, and that's what I said. He's in a weird spot because these younger players, if one of them wins a championship and an MVP in like the middle part and in the second part, they're going to be the face of the league.
He
in the
hasn't.
2020s.
He also hasn't
No.
got back to the ECF since he won the finals,
And
right?
the
He's
team
been
is
hurt,
in
to
no
be fair,
position with
but
the Bucks pertaining to
someone's
this
been hurt.
topic. The Bucks are in no position to really compete for a championship
Riv, KD
unless
or
something drastic
Kawhi?
happens.
In terms of what?
The last era, KD or Kawhi.
I was
say
low-key
KD.
thinking
You
Kawhi
can
too.
no. This is the thing. You can argue Kawhi
I don't think you can.
from an impact standpoint, given he won in Toronto as the guy
Nah.
and he won in San Antonio.
It's
but
hard to.
But KD
I was doing
got
it more so for
KD
trolling.
No,
Kevin
it's
Durant
KD
from
got it.
07 to 2020.
We talking about the 2010s to the 2020.
Yeah, Kevin Durant, Kawhi didn't really start being Kawhi till about 2016,
Say mid
2017.
2010s.
He's kind of like Giannis, where he started at the back end of the year. So I don't think I can put him there.
2014 won his first Finals MVP.
Yeah, but he wasn't Kawhi. He was
Yeah.
that was still a well-rounded team. Kawhi became
But
Kawhi
here's the
like
thing.
2016.
Joe, we just had this
2015.
conversation in the Discord
Yeah.
though.
He was
His
amazing in that
finals
fight.
performance was
Oh, yeah.
elite.
But this is why KD gets the nod though. He did something in the beginning of the era, and he did something at the latter parts of the era.
And in the middle, and at the end.
He
was
did
there.
everything. Where that's where the Giannis thing. I don't know if he's
I
locked.
would put Harden before I put Kawhi.
So number one locked in, we know it's Nikola Jokic. So
I
between
disagree.
I would think I'll put Kawhi too.
I'll put Harden over Kawhi.
Disagree
that's
wholeheartedly.
close. That's close.
I would definitely put Kawhi over Harden.
What
Harden
Kawhi
was
does in the final.
No,
like, you can't
again,
take
when
away
it comes
Kawhi's
to
finals
what you
MVPs.
accomplished.
face of
Yeah.
no. We're talking about face of the league.
Well,
Oh,
Because then why
my
is
apologies.
Jokic in
Yeah.
this?
hold up. James Harden from
My
an
brother was averaging
from an
35.
He was
accomplishment
amazing.
from an individual accomplishment standpoint. James
Better
Harden
than
is
Kawhi.
more accomplished than Kawhi.
Yeah, it's just the championship.
In the regular season, agreed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but that's what
But
separates
no,
Kawhi though.
but all time Kawhi is above James Harden.
And he has the defensive player of the years, the playoff performances.
I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty comfortably too.
No, that's so
Yeah.
Kawhi
It depends on
is
how.
a
It
rare
depends on
case.
how
He's
you
a rare
measure
case.
it. Do you measure?
It's how we measure every.
In
who's
terms
your
of
top 10?
impact,
Like,
Harden had
It's
more
different.
impact.
Yeah, no,
Harden had more impact on it.
No, he's cooking
From a play style
He's
perspective,
cooking.
from a play
Well,
style
his play
perspective,
style, yes,
Steph
'cause
Curry,
his
a
usage
lot of
rate's gonna be fucking
notches.
40%.
James Harden.
Kawhi's two-way impact is crazy.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about from a play style
No,
perspective.
yeah, in terms of like how did
He's
the game
ball
How
change.
dominant.
Harden has influenced the game.
How did the
yes,
game
yes,
change?
yes.
Yeah.
I'm thinking just more. If you're looking at it as like peak for peak, who would you rather have?
No, Kawhi is at
not
his
thinking
best. He's more
twice.
impactful.
No.
Kawhi at his best, more impactful. I'm talking about who impacted the era more.
Yeah,
like
yeah, for
Allen Iverson probably wasn't a top 3 player in the 2000s, but his impact is why he's probably a
Oh, for
top
sure.
3
Yeah,
player
that's a fact.
in that era. So that's what I'm saying. Of these pool of players, Luka Doncic, Victor Wembanyama, Anthony Edwards, SGA, Jason Tatum, and Giannis. Who do you think will join Jokic in being the face of the 2020s era?
I think they're marketing Ant Edwards very well.
Yes.
He'll probably be up there.
I don't know. Wemby's got the 2030s on lock, but is he gonna? Are the Spurs gonna actually be winning enough games for the next 5 or 6 years to put him in the face of the league?
I just don't think they'll ever market Tatum like that because he plays for Boston.
Yeah.
I think the NBA, not NBA, but people have
Like
just a
SGA
vendetta
gets
against
marketed
Boston.
more than Tatum.
Yeah,
and
It's
he's
just
been
the vendetta against Boston is.
Well, I
It's
said
also-
this: if Tatum wins a championship, he could be in that territory.
It's also what's the shiny new toy? That is SGA. I look at 2022. I feel like the world kind of was with Jason
a good
Tatum.
point.
Let's go and let's beat the Golden State Warriors. They fell short. That kind of was the moment that he had to win over the world. I would go Giannis. Still have to respect him. I respect what Anthony Edwards is doing right now, but I'm not sure the team success that the Wolves are going to have for the remainder of the decade. I don't, and with that being said, I feel kind of in a hardship between saying Victor Wembanyama because obviously the Spurs are not good. They were just in second to last place in the Western Conference. But Wemby's skill set, understanding what he can be, I feel like he has the potential to do that. But just going safe, I'll go with Luka Doncic.
I would go Luka Doncic, and then the last spot is between SGA and Ant-Man. I think OKC has a chance to
No
really
respect
trade
for
for.
Giannis.
I think OKC has a
Would
chance
have
to
said
trade.
John Morant before the gun charges. Okay.
Low key, the fans love Ja.
SGA has a chance to, if OKC trades for another star, to they can be a dynasty of the end of this era. The back end of this era, they got that potential.
They definitely can.
So I'd probably go with. It's so hard, man, between all these guys. But I think Luka, from just what he's going to do from a pure individual standpoint, the production.
Listen, he
but
better win
also
the
he's
championship.
getting a team too to now complement him.
What?
I'm gonna go with Luka, and then I'm gonna go with SGA because of the winning. I feel OKC
Where's
could do more winning.
Giannis?
Because of the winning, you said?
I'm surprised you don't have your boy Ant in there, bro.
It's tough. It's Anthony Edwards, SGA. I believe Giannis will not be the face, one of the 3 faces that represents the 2020 era. That's my opinion. I don't believe he will be.
He's one of the most disrespected superstars of all time.
I'm here for it. Who needs a hater?
I'll gladly step up.
I'm
Gladly.
here already. I've been here.